Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Depending on where you are in this world, God bless you. This is Gloria White coming to you from Utah, USA. Today we're going to be continuing in Halley's Bible Handbook and the book of Isaiah, and we are in chapter 19, and this is concerning Egypt. A period of anarchy and internal strife. Verses 1 through 4. This actually began about the time of Isaiah's death. Cruel Lord. And Esarhaddon, shortly after Isaiah's death, subdued Egypt and split it into a number of petty governments whose main duty was to slay, plunder, and spoil their subjects. Decline and disintegration of Egypt predicted in verses 5 through 17. This all came to pass. See Jeremiah chapter 46 and Ezekiel chapter 29. Permeation of Egypt in Assyria with the religion of Judah, verses 18 through 25. After the captivity, many Jews remained in the Euphrates Valley, and great numbers of them settled in Egypt. Alexandria, second city of the world in Jesus' day, was predominantly a Jewish city. There, the Septuagint translation of the Old Testament was made. At Heliopolis, city of the sun, a temple modeled after that in Jerusalem was erected in 149 BC as a center of worship for Egyptian Jews. At the time of Christ's appearance, the Hebrew nation was composed of three main sections with connecting highways, and this is in verse 23. Palestinian, Egyptian, and Mesopotamian, making Israel to be a sort of threefold nation. That's verse 24. These regions were among the first to accept Christianity. Thus, this chapter is a very accurate pre-charting of one phase of Israel's history for the following 600 years. And now we'll go over and read in the King James Holy Bible, and we'll read chapter 19 in Isaiah. The burden of Egypt, or which is the oracle or prophecy of Egypt. Behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, or tremble, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek or consult to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, or the mediums, and the wizards. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel lord, or master, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts. And the waters shall fail from the sea, and the rivers shall be wasted and dried up. And they shall turn the rivers far away, and the brooks of defense shall be emptied and dried up. The reeds and the flags shall wither. The paper reeds or the papyrus by the brooks, by the mouth of the brooks, and everything sown by the brooks shall wither, be driven away and be no more. All the water is going to be dried up. The fishers also shall mourn, And all they that cast angle into the brooks shall lament, and they that spread nets upon the waters shall languish. Moreover, they that work the fine flax, and they that weave networks, and this networks is fine fabric, shall be confounded or ashamed, and they shall be broken in the purposes thereof, and all that make sluices and ponds for fish. Surely the prince of Zoan are fools. The counsel of the wise counselors of Pharaoh is become brutish or foolish. How say ye unto Pharaoh, I am the son of the wise, the son of ancient kings? Where are they? Where are thy wise men? And let them tell me now, and let them know what the Lord of hosts has proposed upon Egypt. The princes of Zoan are become fools. The princes of Noph are deceived. They have also seduced Egypt, even they that are the stay of the tribes thereof. And let's break that down a little bit. Okay, the Noph is the ancient Memphis are deceived. They have also seduced or led Egypt astray, even they that are the stay or the cornerstone or mainstay of the tribes thereof. The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. In that day shall Egypt be like unto women, and it shall be afraid and fear, because of the shaking of the hand of host, of the Lord of hosts, which he shaketh over it. Or he's waving his hand over them. And the land of Judah shall be a terror unto Egypt. Every one that maketh mention thereof shall be afraid in himself, because of the counsel of the Lord of hosts, which he hath determined against it. In that day shall 5 cities in the land of Egypt speak the language of Canaan, and swear to the Lord of hosts. One shall be called the city of destruction. In that day shall there be an altar to the Lord in the midst of the land of Egypt, and a pillar at the border thereof to the Lord. And it shall be for a sign and for a witness unto the Lord of hosts in the land of Egypt. For they shall cry unto the Lord because of the oppressors, and he shall send them a Savior, and a great one, or mighty one, and he shall deliver them. And the Lord shall be known to Egypt, and the Egyptians shall know the day, or the Lord in that day, and shall do sacrifice, or make sacrifice in oblation. Yea, they shall vow a vow unto the Lord, and perform it. And the Lord shall smite or strike Egypt. He shall smite and heal it, and they shall return even to the Lord, and he shall be entreated of them, and shall heal them. In that day shall there be a highway out of Egypt to Assyria, and the Assyrian shall come into Egypt, and the Egyptian into Assyria, and the Egyptians shall serve the Assyrians. In that day shall Israel be the third with Egypt and with Assyria, even a blessing in the midst of the land, whom the Lord of hosts shall bless, saying, Blessed be Egypt my people, and Assyria the work of my hands, and Israel mine inheritance. And as always, I love you.